YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate y'all coming in and clicking on this video. In today's video, we're going to be going over how to get the most amount of money as fast as possible in Schedule 1. Now, in order to do this, you do have to have the cocaine unlocked. Hopefully you're at that point, but if not, I can make another video. Just comment down below and let me know. But this is going to be focusing heavily around the cocaine business within Schedule 1. So let's get straight into it. So as you guys can see, I have a net worth of over 1.1 million. That's about 141 days since I created the account. I've got about 54-ish hours into the game. So like I said, this is not me grinding like every day or anything like that. This is just playing when I spark up my stream and stuff. So you guys can get this super fast, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. All right, so now that we're spawned in here, what we're going to do is I'm going to go over my facilities and kind of show you what I'm kind of doing. There is definitely better ways, but this is the best way for me. So right now, my motel, I just kind of use to sleep, and then I package stuff for my own like running around and sales and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you my other facilities, and then I'll kind of show you where my operations are going. All right, so let's ooh. What?
He needs some milk.
I have no idea what's going on here. I did absolutely nothing to her. This is insane. I don't know what's going on right there. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go head to the apartment or the bungalow, I believe it is. And I'll kind of show you what I got going on here. Of course, none of my workers are working. Okay, they need more materials. It's all good. So let's see. So this is where I keep my granddaddy perp. So this is kind of where I got going on with this. This is kind of where I do all this. Now, I don't really sell this stuff too much, I'm going to be honest. I just kind of use this as like a backup thing. So I always have product to give the dealers. Now, the majority of the dealers are using my Coke products. However, it's always good to have something just so you always have something moving. And I didn't want to use the wasted space. We might change this at some point, but this is kind of what I'm using it for. All right, so now from there, let's go ahead and let's go get a vehicle. And then I'm going to take you to my barn to kind of show you what I've got going on there, because it kind of ties in with my main product. So let's go grab a vehicle real fast. All right, here is our van. Let's go ahead and hop in here. All right, let's head to the barn. My main operation kind of always starts at the barn. So let's go ahead and hop over here, and I will kind of show you what I got going on. Oh my gosh, never a good sign to see all your workers. So as you can see, I have a buttload of workers at all of my properties. Though they all have a purpose. Why aren't they working though? Haven't been paid, of course. Okay, so this operation is only for leaves. That's it, nothing else. So let's go ahead and pay these guys. Now I put all their lockers up here. It just makes the most sense, takes up the least amount of room. Let's get everybody paid real fast. I'm also holding 660,000 in cash, as you can see. So let's go ahead and get everybody paid. I already seen some people coming into work too, which is really nice. All right, so what I got going on in here is I've got two botanists on each side, right? So I've got two over here, two over here. So each one has a shelf of supplies, which I just keep filled with seeds and things like that. And then I've also got some trash people. I've got people that are, their sole job is to move leaves. That's the majority of the handlers, okay? So what they're doing is they're taking the plants off of the leaves, or off of the, you know, they're harvesting. They're putting them on the racks, and then once they're fully dry up to heavenly, they are putting them on the shelf for me. And this is where all my shelves are kind of full. So then that's where I take my van. So then what I do is, you know, obviously you fill your inventory. My inventory is kind of full with product right now. And then you just fill your van up with leaves, and then we're going to drop them off at the docks. So if you guys want a more detailed video on how to like set everything up and stuff, I can definitely do that. Just let me know in the comments. Okay, my main property is going to be at the docks. That is where the whole operation kind of goes down. Let's see if we can slang something to Jesse real quick. Let's see if we can slang something to Jesse. Quick little 1400. W. Quick little 1400, you know, something light. All right, so this is where I make the product that's going to make you $1 million, okay? So I'll take you from the beginning all the way down to the final product and show you guys what you guys need. So basically what happens is, oh, we got some sales coming in. Let's go ahead and get these on the books. Basically what happens is we go from the barn with all the leaves, right? Like I just showed you guys. We unload them. We load them onto these shelves right here. And then basically what I do right now is I fill my inventory. So I'll grab some leaves. And then we need to keep the cauldrons kind of filled up for the AI. So for the handlers and stuff like that, we keep the cauldrons kind of filled up for them. So the handlers like this, they will come, put the leaves in, and then make the cocoa for us, right? And then from here, they go to the ovens. As the ovens complete, as you can see, they're cooking it, and then we get our coke, right? So this is where it gets kind of intense. So this is where it happens, okay? So here's the ingredients. Now I put these in order so I know what direction they go on the machines, and I'll explain that a little bit more here in a second. So basically we're gonna go motor oil first, and then we're gonna take that product, mix it in with cuke, to the para, to the gas, to the cuke again, to battery, to horse sauce, and then bean. Bean is the very last product, and that's where you get your finishing product, okay? So what we got going on here is you go for the first one, and then you get the granddaddy, right? And then you take the granddaddy, put it into this one, and you get the shiny mint. You take the shiny mint, which I'll show you, put it into this one, and you get the aspen stink. And then you go, so I basically have it set in order. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and then you go into the gas, the cuke, the battery, the horse, and then you finish your product. And then the finished product, which I don't think I have any at this moment, is Ozempic, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. So I will show you on my thing. So the suggested price is $7.35. I maxed it out to $9.99. So what this does is it makes your customers automatically reach out to you. At first, they're going to be like, oh, and they'll try to get it for like $7.50, $7.30, whatever. But once you give it to them a couple times, you can up that price to $9.99. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, here's $1,200. As you guys can see on my phone right now, I've got a bunch. Can I get one for $1,200? Can I get one for $1,170? I pretty much say yes every time. I missed one right here. Benji's out of product. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sales on the side, on the bottom left. Just from those orders, I've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. I've got like $7,000 just right in there in one night. And that's not including if you set all of your orders to late night, you get the 200, you get a big bonus. So you get a percentage of whatever it is. So if it's 1,100, you're going to end up with like 1,300 per sale. So for me, since mine are 1,200 pretty much at this point, I'm getting like $1,500 for every single one I sell. And some customers are starting to buy 2 now. So in one night, I'm making like $40,000 to $50,000. And then what I do is when they're all done, which you can see he's starting to put it into the next machine, he'll move all the way through the whole process, all my handlers. And then when it's all done, they brick it up for me. And then they bring it up and they put it right here on the shelf. So then what I do is I take a brick, I come in here, and then I just unbrick it and then put it all together. And then that's how I make the most amount of money. So what you want to do is you want to do that. And it's pretty self-animated pretty much, right? So as long as you fill up these shelves and keep these shelves filled up with product, you're good to go. All right, so that's gonna pretty much wrap up the video. If you guys like this kind of stuff and you guys wanna see more, maybe a more in-depth version of how to set everything up, make sure you drop a like and comment below because it helps me out a ton. And make sure you subscribe for more. And until next time, I'll catch y'all later.